Check this out. Bro thinks he's a part of the club. Well, both of them do anyway. How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to another Minecraft Dinosaurs add-on showcase video, creature showcase. Today we will be looking at the Fossil Record, which is a Bedrock add-on that I think is pretty darn cool. The link for it will be down below if it's something that you are interested in acquiring. So unfortunately, this is not my first time taking a look at this add-on because I already recorded a full video taking a look at all of the creatures, but I had audio issues. You couldn't hear a daggum thing that I was saying. So here we are doing it again. I'm doing it again because I think that this add-on certainly needs to be checked out. It is so cool. There are so many amazing creatures that are given some attention here, and their models are really, really nice. And overall, they're just really, really cool. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. Just taking a look at all of these different creatures. We'll start off with Pteranodon, of course, a pterosaur. It looks really nice. You know, I think that it's a very nice model overall. I love the coloration that they gave them, both for the male and female variant. I love the curvature of the beak. Pteranodon's beak, of course, did curve like that. And yeah, no, it's a nice model. You know, these are all like really, really nice models that obviously there was like a lot of care and attention placed into them. They're all very blocky and Minecraft-esque, yet at the same time they are very like decently accurate to the real life animals. So next up is Thalassocnus, which is a type of like possible semi-aquatic sloth, which is amazing. Now, last time I tried to recreate like some art I've seen of this animal, of it like on the ocean floor, basically trying to get some vegetation. So I wanted to do it again. It is such a cool inclusion. You always gotta love to see like some non-dinosaur inclusions like that. It's amazing. It's all just amazing. Look at these guys. I love them. Okay. Next up is Tenontosaurus. Very cool dinosaur to have included as well. I really like the way that they look, and also what's cool is that like these guys can actually drink water. They every time I spawn them, they usually like go straight to the water to get a drink. There's like always a lot of really nice animations with them, like their drinking animations, their eating animations, their vocalization animations. Everything is really nice. Now this Tenontosaurus looks really good. I love the colors. I love the red that it has on that throat flap, and the tail is of course properly long, like how it was on the real life animal. So it's quite beautiful. Parasaurolophus is also a very nice inclusion. While we're here, we'll be able to listen to them. There we go. Yeah, so it's like a really loud kind of like a ship horn type thing. That is pretty darn accurate to what we know about Parasaurolophus. So, and also this model is beautiful, but Parasaurolophus, its crest on its head, its very iconic crest, was hollow, and it connected to the nasal cavity. That led many researchers to believe that Parasaurolophus was able to send air through its crest to make these very loud noises. And that's something that they put to the test when they created their own sort of Parasaurolophus skull and sent air through it. And it created this very loud, trumpety, ship horn type noise, not nose, that you can hear right here. Now, obviously, it's probably not perfect to the real life animal's noise because there might have been like some soft tissue or something present in the crest, but it's pretty darn close. That's like the only dinosaur that we have a good understanding of what it sounded like is Parasaurolophus, and maybe other hadrosaurs too, like Lambeosaurian hadrosaurs that had hollow crests. It's so cool. It's so cool that they included it. Tanystropheus. I actually think that I missed this one in my previous attempt. So I guess it's a good thing that I'm doing this because I don't remember looking at Tanystropheus. So I love Tanystropheus. It is a reptile with a very, very long neck. That is so cool. Sweet. Okay, so we do get to see one for the first time anyway. And yeah, there it goes swimming around. That is so sick. It has such a long neck, dude. Little fun fact with Tanystropheus, we have found evidence of like some Tanystropheus being decapitated, which makes sense. When you have such a long neck, that is like a prime place to be bit by other predatory animals like Nothosaurus. So it makes sense that did happen to the poor creature. Very nice model though. I quite like it. Is there any variation? Yes, there's a darker one. Ooh, look at them. Isn't that cool? Yeah, they might look like mini sauropods, but they are not sauropod, or they're not dinosaurs, period. They're simply just other types of reptiles that are outside of Dinosauria. Next up is Protoceratops, though. The Protoceratops model looked really nice. Yeah, look at that. Oh man, I love the way that the head looks. I love the noises that they make too. I like the structure on the nose. I also really like the way that their rostral looks, which is like the sort of like beak that they have essentially. And they gave them sort of like little quill-like bristles, which is something that Psittacosaurus had, which is another small ceratopsian. There is a possibility that Protoceratops had that too. And I always love to see it included. It always makes Protoceratops look very cool. Next up is my favorite dinosaur, that being Spinosaurus. It looks good. It looks really good. It's very beefy, like it's very rounded and robust. I like the way that they did this. It's like two rectangles essentially kind of like leaning, like angled into each other to create the sort of notch that you sometimes see portrayed on Spinosaurus. Oddly enough, the circle, like the half circle, is actually a little bit more likely than the notch, but we just don't know what Spinosaurus' sail looked like the exact shape of it anyway. It does have the basilisk-like tail. The head shape looks amazing. I love the crest as well. The arms are present. Everything's present. It's a nice model. You know, we always get really nice Spinosaurus models. Stegosaurus is next, and I love this. Like, look at this. It's beautiful. Love the colors. I love like the contrast between like these pretty vibrant plates that were likely used for display and like this relatively dull body. It's so cool. Plus, its tail is correct. You'll notice that the tail kind of like dips down towards the end over here. That's because the thagomizer, which is that collection of spikes right there, would have been pretty heavy and would have weighed the tip of the tail down a little bit. So it's a nice little attention to detail with that. Next up is, I love these guys so much. Simosuchus, one of my favorite extinct animals ever. Look at it. Look at him. Oh man, it's sometimes called the pug-nosed croc because it has a reduced snout. They were terrestrial croc relatives. They're not true crocodiles themselves, but they are relatives to crocodiles. And they are herbivorous. They ate vegetation. I already said that they were terrestrial, which means that they spent their time on the land, and they might have been burrowers. They were covered in osteoderms, like how you can see right here. I just love them. I love their little, look at them, their little strut when they walk around. It's so cool. Okay, so after that, we'll go on to the next row. Okay, next up we have Pinguinus, which is the great auk, basically. An animal that went extinct relatively recently. That's one thing that I really like about this add-on, is that they include some animals that went extinct pretty close to our time. You know, like, well, actually during our time. Like you'll see some other creatures like that, which I'm very excited to see more of. And these guys look really good. I like the way that they look. Just very nice overall. Nice patterns. Like the model itself just looks really nice. I like it. Then we have Hungarosaurus, which is an animal that I was introduced to because of this add-on. It's a type of a notosaurid, which means that it's an ankylosaurian, and it is such a strange creature, and I love it. Look at it. Look how cool it looks in this. Like, I really like its model right here. I like the colors. I like the osteoderms that it sports. It's very nice. It's very, very, very nice. And there's some variation in the colors as well. I just like it. It's very cool. Sacabambaspis. I love the way that these guys look in this. Just wait, you guys see this? Look at this. Yeah, so Sacabambaspis is a sort of like jawless fish, right, that existed. They honestly, this model is not even too exact. Look how they spin. Look at how they spin. Do the spin again. Come on. I dare you. Do it. Do the spin. Do the spin. Do the spin. Do the spin. Come on, do the spin. Just spin. There it is. There's the spin. I just love it. It's so cute, man. So Sacabambaspis, it's kind of like a little fish that has become a little bit of a meme because it has a face that is very meme-worthy. And as I was mentioning before, this is really not too exaggerated. Aside from the fact that it's, you know, cubed instead of rounded because it's Minecraft, of course, this is not too far off from the way that the actual animal would have looked in life. And don't you just love it? Can you believe that a creature like that existed? Oh man, with the little triangle mouth and everything. It's a perfect reaction meme to just a perfect meme in general for an extinct creature. All right, we got to get a lot of them because it's very important for my sanity because I love them. All right. You guys keep doing what you're doing. I love you too. Okay, next up is Giganotosaurus, our first Carcharodontosaurus of the mod. And it's very nice. You know, it seems like it has most of the shape down just in that Minecraft style with some really cool looking counter shading. I like the way that the patterns kind of like mix together, and I love the way that its crest and its nasal ridge looks just so good. Look at that. I haven't checked to see if there's like any variation for these ones. I'm not seeing. Oh yeah, it looks like these guys are a little bit darker than that one. Okay, good to know. Next up is Mosasaur, the giant marine lizard. I love the way that they look too. Look at that, and they spin as well, and it's just it's so cool. They have counter shading. Mosasaurs likely did have counter shading. It's perfect camouflage for an aquatic predator like a mosasaur. They have the tail fluke as well. The head shape looks properly like a lizard. It's a very, very nice design. Look at that. Love the colors. I love how you see some hints of red right here. It's very, very cool. Quetzalcoatlus is next. One of the largest pterosaurs, one of the largest flying animals to ever exist, about the size of a giraffe, which is accurately showcased right here. I like the way that they look. I don't think that the wing folding is quite as accurate, but it still looks really good if you ask me. I love the crest, and I love the patterns that it has in its neck as well. Just so nice. There's some variation I've noticed. Yeah, this one has like a smaller crest than that one does over there. Most likely sexual dimorphism. It just looks so cool. It looks so good. I love when Quetzalcoatlus is like accurately portrayed because they just always look so cool. Okay, and after that, we have Pachycephalosaurus. We're kind of like sticking to the Hill Creek formation here, I've noticed, for the last few. It looks great. It just looks great. The dome looks really good. You know, even though it's a cube, it still very much looks like a Pachycephalosaurus dome. The colors are really good and the patterns. They don't even have cheeks. There's a chance that Pachycephalosaurus did not have cheeks. Yeah, they just look really good. The whole shape really reminds me of Pachycephalosaurus too. Ouranosaurus, this one is also very nice because of the, oh man, and they show me the dull one because of this. It's got like a really nicely colored sail, which of course sails in large part might have been used for display. So it's really cool to see that represented here. Head shape also looks really good as they have like a really flat snout that's elongated. Just looks so good. Orodromius is this little guy, this little heartbreaker right here. And look at the way that they rest too. The feathers also just look really nice on all the creatures that are feathered. Look at those two going off together all happy. Yeah. Okay, we are officially on to our next row, which means we are officially halfway through. Okay, next up is Edmontosaurus. Very large hadrosaur, of course. Look at this guy. Look at it. Look at it. It's got its sort of fleshy comb up here. I haven't looked for variation in these ones, though. Is there variation? Yes. Yeah. Okay, you can see it in the, in the throat right there. Yeah, it's properly beefy. It's a huge animal. It has the hoof-like structures vaguely on its, on its forelimbs. And yeah, I also like the keratinous spines that it has going down. It's pretty cool. It's very, very cool. Halscaraptor is a little sort of Dromaeosaur relative. I think there's some question on whether or not it is a part of Dromaeosauridae, which is the same family that Velociraptor and Utahraptor belong to. And it might also be semi-aquatic, but we don't know right now. Like there's a lot of back and forth with that. It's one of those debated topics, if you will. Here's what it looks like though. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. I like how its eye is just a little black dot. Oh, we gotta get quite a few of them. Be free, guys. Go on. Go. Go. Get out of here. Go. Be free. You too. And you. And you. Be free. And you. Okay, I'm done. I like the way that they look. It does seem like they might have some adaptations for semi-aquatic lifestyle, but again, there's a lot of back and forth with that, so we just simply don't know for sure. Hydrodomalus gigas, otherwise known as stellar sea cow. You should definitely be in the water. I'm so sorry. I should have just spawned you in the water. I don't know why I didn't do that. In actuality, though, keeping them out of the water is still kind of cool because they kind of just chill. Like, look at that. This is another animal that went extinct relatively recently during the, human lifetime. And it's really cool to just watch them sort of just float around because it looks like they're controlling their buoyancy, very much like how sea cows do today. They're very cool, and they're huge in this. They are absolutely massive. I mean, the stellar sea cow was huge, but they might be a little bit oversized here. But of course, it's Minecraft. I think things are oftentimes all over the place. I know that your Minecraft character is decently tall, anywho. Gallimimus, oddly enough, the Gallimimus seems a little bit small because Gallimimus was huge. Gallimimus is actually the largest ornithomimid that we know of. Because, and say it with me now, Dinochirus is not an ornithomimid. Dinochirus belongs to the clade Ornithomimosauria, but it does not belong to the family Ornithomimidae. Instead, it belongs to the family known as Dinochiridae, which is just another family under the clade of Ornithomimosauria. I know I say that every time I mention this, but it's true. Every time I mention the fact that Gallimimus is the largest ornithomimid we know of, there's always somebody who's saying, actually, I think that's Dinochirus. No! Dinochirus is not a part of the same family as Gallimimus. Here, let me visualize this for you real quick. Dinochirus is not in this add-on, but we're gonna do something here. Okay, we have like a giant box essentially right here. This box is Ornithomimosauria, which is a clade that contains many different groups. Inside said box, you have, this is not Dinochirus, but you have Dinochirus right there. Obviously, like I said, it's not Dinochirus, it is Edmontosaurus, but pretend it's Dinochirus. That means Dinochirus is a part of Ornithomimosauria. Inside Ornithomimosauria, there is a smaller box right here, about this size. This is a group known as a family, and this family contains Gallimimus. Gallimimus is a part of that family, whereas also inside that box, there is another smaller box known as, come on, Dinochirus wannabe, known as Dinochiridae. Again, another family. These are two separate families that exist within a giant group known as Ornithomimosauria. So right here, you have Ornithomimidae and you have Dinochiridae. You'll notice that they are still separated in the fact that they're not a part of the same family, as in they're not in the same box. However, they are still in this giant box together. That means that yes, Gallimimus is decently related to Dinochirus because they're all in a giant box together, but they're not in the small box together. Now, Dinochirus might be the largest ornithomimosaur because, it's the biggest in this box, but it's not the biggest in this box right here, which is Ornithomimidae. I hope that that's something that helps you visualize it a little bit easier. But yeah, that's pretty much the whole thing. This whole box is Ornithomimosauria. This small box right here is Ornithomimidae. This box right here is Dinochiridae. They're all a part of the big box, but they are not in the same small box together. I really hope that helped. Sometimes I go on those rambles and I'm not too sure if the information gets across or not. Anyway, next up is one that I love the way that it looks right here. We have Irritator. Now, I want you to watch this guy real quick. Look at that. Look at that. It's the pelican jaw. Irritator might have had a lower jaw that was pretty similar to that because the back portion of the jaw right over here it's able to open out laterally. Like it's really not able to open up and down as easily. Instead, it just opens out laterally, which might imply that they might have had a pelican-like jaw. We don't know for sure, but again, it is a possibility, and it's so cool to see it represented right here. I really wish that I knew about this add-on when I was doing the many interpretations of Irritator, because this would have been a fantastic inclusion to have in that video. But either way, I'm really glad that we're taking a look at it right here. So yeah, it's a very nice model too. Both colorations look really good. It has like a crest that starts from the midline of its snout all the way up to its head. It's got like a little bit of a streamlined body. And again, it looks so cool. So yeah, it's one of my favorites in this whole thing. After that is Tyrion. I can't remember which one this is. It must be an aquatic critter, right? Oh, that's right. Okay, it is. I'm an idiot. It's a saber-toothed cat. It's a Macarodont, which is a very cool inclusion. Most of the time, people who make these mods will just include Smilodon, which is, the saber-toothed cat that everybody is most familiar with. Very rarely do they. It's loafing. It's doing a loaf. I didn't see that last time. I love that. But yeah, they included one that is a little bit lesser known, which I think is really, really sick. And I love the way that their model looks. Let me see the animations. So cool. Oh man, seriously, I'm really loving the way that this mod is. It's very nice. After that, we have Microraptor, which is one of the smaller dromaeosaurids. It belongs to the same family as Utahraptor and Velociraptor. Here it is. Pretty dang accurate. Microraptor is one of the few dinosaurs that we have any idea of what color it was in life, due to the presence of very well preserved melanosomes, and the coloration that we are able to see is a sort of bluish black coloration with iridescence, very similar to crows and ravens. It looks very nice right here. It's got all 4 of its wings too, and they do a little bit of powered flight as well, which is certainly really interesting. Very interesting to see. Yeah, I like them. And also I love the feathers on Gallimimus here. I don't think I mentioned that, but yeah, it's very cool. Ostroraptor is a possible dromaeosaur, one of my favorites. I say possible because there's a lot of question right now on whether or not it actually is a dromaeosaur, or whether or not it belongs to its own family called Uniligidae. Because if it belongs to that family, then it's no longer a dromaeosaurid. In fact, this proposed family known as Uniligidae is actually a little bit, look at them go, but it's actually a little bit more related to birds, which means that Ostroraptor would be more closely related to modern day birds than, say, Velociraptor is, which is sick. Here it is though. It's a very nice design. It's got everything that you would expect from an Ostroraptor design. Oh, I didn't see that one last time. That's cool. It's so dark. It's awesome. But yeah, and I love the way that they sit too. It's very bird-like. They have like a longer, thin snout with relatively straight and conical teeth, which implies that they spend most of their time eating fish, which is something that certainly does differentiate them from most other dromaeosaurs that we know about. They were also huge, kind of comparable in size to Utahraptor, but Utahraptor is still a bit larger. And look at that. They're going into the water, probably to catch fish. Nanotyrannus was one that I was very excited to see, especially now that Nanotyrannus is valid and there's really no question about it. Because if you don't know, ever since Nanotyrannus was first discovered, there was a lot of question about its validity. There was, obviously, I'm sure that you do know about this. It was like one of the biggest debates in paleontology, but many, including myself, did believe that Nanotyrannus was simply just a growth stage of Tyrannosaurus rex, which means that Nanotyrannus did not exist. However, more recent research that was done on the available Nanotyrannus specimens kind of put that to rest, as it was established that we have quite a few Nanotyrannus adults, and if the Nanotyrannus is an adult and it's not a juvenile, that means it's not a growth stage of T-Rex. So it is its own thing. And I like the way that it looks here. It's got like it's got more of a thin snout, thinner proportions. Nanotyrannus was built more so for like speedy predation. It's likely that it went after the smaller dinosaurs of the Hell Creek Formation, the stuff that T-Rex would not really prioritize. And that's because it filled the medium theropod niche. And it looks really cool. Look at that. There's some different, like you got some red on this one and more black on this one. It's very cool. So I was really happy to see its inclusion. And I hope that we see more Nanotyrannus stuff in the future, now that we know for sure that it's a valid dinosaur. Okay, so we are officially halfway through, and I want to do something real quick that is a little bit different, but I absolutely want to do it. Thank you so much to all of my patrons and my channel members. You guys have been helping me out tremendously. I especially want to thank my patrons at the Spinosaurus and Paraceratherium tier. You guys are amazing. You are really, really helping out so much right now. You're helping support me and the channel. So yeah, thank you all so much for pledging to any tier, really. And yeah, let's just get right back to the video. Okay, so next up is Tethysstratos, which is this little dude right here. I love its colors. It looks so cool. Like those sort of hints of blue up here. You also have some like grays and some counter shading. The keratinous spines on its back. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. I love it. In stark contrast to that, we also do have Shantungosaurus, which is just hefty. Look at this. Quite fittingly, Shantungosaurus is the largest non-sauropod dinosaur that we know of. Yes, even larger than T-Rex. Hadrosaurs were no joke, people. They were no joke. It's just so chunky, this guy. Like, look at this. Just look at how chunky it is. I love the colors, and I love the way that the snout looks. It's so interesting. After that is Jholopterus, which is a type of a neurognathed, which are basically like little bat pterosaurs, little bat reptiles, essentially. I love the way that it looks. I love its eyes, the way its eyes look, and they have like a little cat trill, which is fun. And the patterns are really nice. And again, they're all blocky, but they still manage to be decently accurate. It's so fun. Eventually, they're going to start flying around, and then we might as well get a lot of them in that case. Yeah, it's likely that these guys were insectivorous, prioritizing insects, much like modern day bats. So yeah, they are basically a lot of ways just like reptilian bats. Look at them go. Fly, my pretties, fly. Okay. After that is Tyrannosaurus Rex. I haven't compared it to Shantungosaurus. I want to see if they made Shantungosaurus larger. Oh no! What have I done? Oh. What the heck? Okay, we can go over here now. Put it over here. Yeah, this is the T-Rex. It looks good. I like it. It captures the whole feel of T-Rex. Like, it's very bulky, like T-Rex was in life. T-Rex had a lot of muscle. I like the way that the head looks with the lacrimal and post-orbital horns, as well as the nasal ridge. And the colors are just very, very nice, very pleasing to look at. Yeah, they look cool. They look really cool. I quite like them. After that is Utahraptor, the largest dromaeosaur that we know of. Hey, Blue. Look how cool that is. Look at that. I love the way that the Utahraptor looks. I like how they did the feathers, and I like how it has the robustness that Utahraptor did indeed have in life. And look at that tail fan. It also does have its sickle claw, one on each foot. And it is a force to be reckoned with. I really like it. On the opposite end of the spectrum, you have a relatively small dromaeosaur, that being Velociraptor, roughly the same size as a turkey. It looks good. I like the little feathery crest it has. The colors in general are just very nice. And yeah, they look... Oh, geez. Jeez. Oh, my gosh. Oh, geez, it's going on a spree. Oh, man, I thought I was going to get... Oh, man, this is canon to at least one specimen, potentially. No, I like how the Protoceratops is the aggressor here. Fight back. Fight back. Protoceratops. Oh, they dropped chicken? I didn't know that. That's funny. Oh, jeez. Jeez, man, that Protoceratops thought it could take on a Utahraptor. Crazy. Yeah, no, the Velociraptor is very nice, though. Triceratops. I also really like the way that the Triceratops looks in this. It's got like basically all of the proportions down, especially the tail. The tail is always one that a lot of other depictions get wrong. They make it really long, when in reality, Triceratops and other ceratopsians had pretty reduced tails. The head shape also looks really good. The brow horns look great. Oh, it's doing a loaf like from Dinosaur Sanctuary. I've been reading Dinosaur Sanctuary a lot recently. Fantastic series so far. I really want to make a video about it sometime in the future, but I don't know when. Yeah, in that, there's a Triceratops that kind of like does a cat loaf thing. It's very funny to see. Not something I ever thought I'd see, but it was very cool. But yeah, no, I love the colors too. Its frill, Triceratops' frill was mostly used for display, so it's awesome to see some coloration there. It's all cool. It's all very cool. This is another creature that went extinct relatively recently, that being moho, which is a type of bird. I love the noises they make. It's so pretty. Look at these guys. Look at them hop around too, just like real birds. Oh, it's so cool. Again, I love the inclusion of animals that went extinct a lot more recently. Another great example, one of the mascots of recent extinction. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, what have I done? What have I done? One of the most famous examples of a recent extinction comes in the form of the thylacine, otherwise known as the Tasmanian tiger. Despite the nickname of Tasmanian tiger, of course, they're not a tiger, not a cat either. They're a marsupial, which means that they had a pouch, and they're just very interesting. They look like a mix between a tiger in the form of the stripes and a sort of dog creature. When you're looking at the snout, of course, they would have been such cool animals to see in real life, and it was really unfortunate that we lost them. Again, they went extinct so recently that we do have like photos and videos of their existence, which is just so heartbreaking to see. Look at that, such a cool little creature. And again, I just love the inclusion of animals like that to this add-on. We got 2 more rows, and I just saw probably my favorite one that we just grabbed. So first up is Compsognathus. Got this little dude right here. I like the colors on that one in particular. They're very tiny, like Compsognathus was. Got the relatively short neck, and yeah, it looks good. It looks good. I don't mind it. My favorite is this Carnotaurus. Look at this Carnotaurus. Look how good that looks. Like, it looks just like Carnotaurus. It's got the brow horns. It's got the kind of like sausage-like body, essentially, the robust snout. And quite nicely, it does have these sort of vibrant colors, kind of like around its arms almost. It is so cool. I've watched them for a bit to see if they do any special animations, but I haven't been able to find anything. But I wouldn't be surprised if there was something there. Oh, I knew it. I saw you doing something. Hold on. Do it again. I knew it. I knew I suspected something. Hold on. Do it again. Oh, look at that. Oh, you can get albino ones. I didn't know that. I guess if you spawn enough, then there's a chance that you'll get that genetic mutation. That's cool. Okay. I'm sure that applies to practically all of the dinosaurs here. So I guess you can keep that in mind. I could have sworn I saw them doing something, though. Just in the distance. Come on, guys. Yeah, there's another one over there. Oh, it's doing it. It's doing the arm dance. Doing the arm dance. It was doing the arm dance. It's doing the arm dance. I knew it. I knew it. I knew they wouldn't just give it vibrant colors and not have it do the arm dance. Do it again. Do it again. I just knew it. I just had a feeling. And I stared at them for a long time. Like the last time I tried to like the last time I tried to do this mod, the footage that now is gone forever because it just didn't turn out good. I stared at them forever and they never once did it, but I just saw it just now. I knew I wasn't crazy. I knew that door had a lock on it, and everybody was trying to tell me try to make me feel like I was losing my mind. Everybody wants to see the Carnotaurus arm dance. It's their favorite thing from Prehistoric Planet, or one of their favorite things. Oh, it's doing it. It's doing it, you guys. Why are you always doing it when I'm looking away? So what? What happens if I like look away and then if I look at a huge group, odds are why do they do it for like 2 seconds? I'm spending way too much time on this. I know that. I know I am. Okay, well, we technically saw it, just not as clear as I would have wished. We technically saw it. So I guess it's just time to move on. Unless anyone wants to do it last second. Like you, perhaps? Yes! It did it. It's very, very brief, but yes, okay. That was awesome. Next up is Beelzebufo. Put this right here. In a lot of ways, it has the same colors that that it had in whatchamacallit. Oh my gosh, it's jumping so high. Prehistoric Planet. There, that's whatchamacallit. I want to see it right next to a regular frog. Yeah, that's the size of it right there. Oh no! Oh, it jumped over me. Run, frog. No. It's just eating. Hold on. No, it just seems like it's got an appetite for other frogs. Yeah, no chicken on the menu, I don't think. Is it literally just other frogs? No. Okay, I gotta stop. After that is Brachiosaurus, the first sauropod on this thing. It looks really, really good. I love the way that it looks, the patterns and the whole shape of it, and I really like those structures back there. It really gives it a very unique look. Look at that. Plus, the whole posture's correct and everything. The head might be a little bit more like a giraffe titan, but it's hard to tell with Minecraft. So, it looks great if you ask me. Barbara dactylus with its long old crest. Yeah. So I assume that's like a male right there, and we got like a female right here. Got nice colors going on. Look at all the J-Holopterus. Oh my gosh. The way they're all trilling too as they're flying around. It's so funny. Another sauropod, another Morrison formation sauropod at that, is the Apatosaurus. I love the way that the Apatosaurus looks, especially after the recent study that was published that was taking a look at diplodocid melanosomes and their possible coloration. This coloration is really not like, it honestly looks just like the Diplodocus or Diplodocus that we saw in the paper. Maybe it is. Maybe this was released semi-recently. If so, that is sick. You guys are awesome for doing that, if that's the case, because it just looks so cool. Oh, that is awesome. All right, Ankylosaurus next. Ooh, very nice. I love the head shape, and the whole body shape looks good. Osteoderms look good. The tail club looks really good. All looks good. All looks really good. Allosaurus. Look how cool that is. Oh, no. Oh, geez. Every once in a while I do that. Oh, it's dead. No. Put it over here. Yeah, I like the colors. I like the crest as well. This looks familiar, but I'm not too sure what it would be from. Still looks really good. Allodesmus, right here. I did that last time too. Whoops. It's a cool little beautiful creature, if you ask me, but we got to put it in the water, or at least near the water. And boom. Look at them. Look at it swim around. So free, so young, so... Not the Sakababaspis! What have I done? It's gonna go after all of them. I can't watch. Not like, oh, look how cool they are, though. Oh, man. Gosh. So many cool things in this add-on. Okay, I think, yes, we're on to our final row, which is always a very sad time, if you ask me. So first of all, Concavinator, another Carcharodontosaur that I love. You don't see it too frequently either, but it looks great. The head shape looks spot on. It has the hump-like structure towards its hips, and it even has like little quills on its wrist, essentially, which is, there's a good chance that Concavinator did have that. It's either that or just, that's like, extra points for muscle attachments, but it's still a possibility that there was quills. So it looks very cool. Very, very cool. Dilophosaurus next, which, yes, it looks good. It doesn't look like the Jurassic Park Dilophosaurus, which is something that always gets annoying. There's some variation too. And yeah, it's got the double crest. The exact shape of it is really interesting. And I like that little yellow that it has down there. Just nice colors overall. I really like it. Deinonychus, another little dromaeosaurid. I say little, but it was about the size of like a jaguar or something like that. They have nice colors too, and I love the feathery crown that they possess. You gonna dance? Okay. But yeah, no, they all look really good. The Dromaeosaurs, I think, are a pretty good highlight in this because I just love the way that the feathers look. Dimorphodon, which is another cool little pterosaur. Does not look like the Jurassic World one, fortunately, with its really jagged teeth and whatnot. The head shape looks really good, and I love the way that the wings look. And I thought it was going to be attacked. And the tail also looks great with that little structure over there. And some nice colors overall. I like it. The dodo, another example of a relatively recent extinction. Always love to see dodos included. Just gotta... This needs to be done. This is a necessity, guys. We need as many dodos as we can get. Now, they also have like sort of deeper pigeon coos, which I think is fun because they actually belong to the same family as pigeons. In fact, their closest modern day relative is the Nicobar pigeon. So it's really cool to hear them with like pigeon noises. Oh man, what have I done? Not enough. That's what. I haven't done enough. Look at all the dodos. I love dodos, man. Dodos are such cool animals. And when they have like a really good model, it's so heartwarming to me. I'm really sad that we miss these creatures because of, humans showing up to the island of Mauritius and killing an abundance of dodos and introducing rats and pigs that ate their eggs, and very sad stuff, you know. My gosh, look at look look at them. Just like look at all of these bird like avian dinosaurs and all of these non-avian dinosaurs just mixed together. This is just okay, that's enough. I'm done. Diploculus is next. One of my favorite amphibians to ever exist. Obviously, it's like best known for its like boomerang, boomerang head. It's because it's got like these tabular horns that are projected in towards the back that create the shape of a boomerang, essentially. And yeah, this is pretty much what it looked like. We got to get quite a few of these too, because that is just a necessity, my friends. That is something that we simply have to do. If we don't do it, then what are we even doing here? All right, that's good. They look good though. Properly like an amphibian as well. Just very nice. Very, very nice. Dolly Corey oh, wait, what? Dolly Corey Yankops. Oh, right. Like to me, it seems like a short-necked plesiosaur, which I think that's what it is. That this is like typically the type of shape that they would have. So that's very cool. That's very cool. You know, you don't usually see short-necked plesiosaurs portrayed in things like this. So I love to see it. Next up, we have Dromaeosaurus, which is also a really cool addition, considering the fact that Dromaeosaurus, it's the namesake for the family of Dromaeosauridae, yet you hardly ever see it portrayed. It looks good here. I love the look of its head, that eye right there, and just nice colors. And like I said, I really like the way that they did the feathers. It's very nice of these guys. Oh no, the Tyrannosaurus. Why? Hispanosteus. Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah, this is a little placoderm fish. Obviously, you know, placoderms, like it's the same type of fish that Dunkleosteus is. That's why they kind of look similar to like a little Dunkleosteus in a way. I like them. I like their colors, especially the yellow one. The yellow one, oh my gosh, this is insane. This is just insane. That's great. All right, well, that is all of the creatures of this add-on. As you can see, it's amazing. This is a fantastic add-on with so many amazing creatures to sink your teeth into. You can definitely create a really cool park with all of this. In fact, I think the main thing is that you would look for fossils in survival mode and create, you can create your own dinosaur park, which this would be a really fun series to do. So I wouldn't mind like taking a crack at it. But I love it. I love the inclusion of a lot of creatures that don't usually get included too frequently, like Irritator, for example. I'm really happy with the inclusion of Irritator, and I love their designs overall. It's like a healthy mix of Minecraft style and accuracy. Check this out. Bro thinks he's a part of the club. No, both of them do anyway. Look at all these dodos. Oh, look at that. The Dilophosaurus sitting. We might have a fossil of a Dilophosaurus butt print. Little fun fact. We don't know for sure if that's what it is, but it's possible. Jeez, guys, chill. Take some dodos. Dodos of peace and prosperity. But yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed both recordings. I just love looking at these models and seeing all of the amazing animations that they do. I think that the creators of this add-on did a fantastic job overall at all of these critters. So definitely go and check it out for yourself. It is highly recommended. But until next time, thank you so much for watching and have an awesome day.